Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT December 18th, 2019 review. Gotta say, this fucking show kicked ass. 2 average matches, 1 really decent World Championship matchup between Finn Balor and Adam Cole, and Travis Banks and Pete Dunne, undercard, wild card match that I did not expect. That was really exciting to watch. And then we had the Women's World Championship match being the main event. I'm going to go ahead and make this short and sweet, to the point, because I ain't got much time left. It's getting kind of late and I got to go to work tomorrow morning. So I want to get this review out of the way as quickly as possible, giving you guys an overall insight on how I felt about the show. First thing that kicked off was Adam Cole versus Finn Balor. This matchup was a 4 out of 5 stars to start off the show. Absolutely loved this. Loved the ending, especially with Johnny Gargano popping out of nowhere, showing his face, and totally stunning Finn Balor. And then he goes ahead and gets beat by Adam Cole, baby, with a low blow and then the last shot by Adam Cole, and gets the 1, 2, 3. The action before that happened was very entertaining. Good hard-hitting stuff. Nice kick to the shins by Adam Cole to Finn Balor. There was also some really good exchanges. I like the transitions with Adam Cole having the offense to Finn Balor having the offense. They gelled very nicely together. If anything, they could have had the ability to put on a main event takeover type show. That would have been very successful. So I have a lot of positive things to say about these two guys, which I was absolutely happy to watch this as the opener, though I did wish this was a main event match. But the women's match, the women's championship match, did not, disappoint. Oi Shirai, she actually had a match with a enhancement talent. She wins her match. Not much to speak about with that matchup that happened on the show. I'm not going to really go into that matchup. It wasn't that big of a deal. We also had Damian Priest facing Killian Dane in a rematch of sorts, which Killian Dane gave Damian Priest broken ribs. And so they decided to schedule these two to compete one-on-one. This matchup was pretty solid. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, maybe even 3.5 out of 5 stars. These two men really put it together, and they did a good job having a very stiff and, rough match with each other. They were kind of, roughing up each other and putting on a good matchup overall. So for an NXT matchup on this show, it was very solid. I enjoyed that one very much. Damian Priest was kind of hinted by Mauro Ranallo about possibly Damian Priest shooting for the NXT World Championship. Do I see NXT World Championship potential in Damian Priest? Absolutely. I think he has the ability to put on a good show. I also feel that Vince McMahon would enjoy having Damian Priest on the main roster, possibly. He's definitely a large man. Good shape. He's in good shape. He's not fat or overweight or anything. And he has some pretty good wrestling skills. I used to watch him on Ring of Honor as Punisher Martinez, and he was pretty good there too, but he's even better on the NXT roster. So, do I see a World Championship opportunity in his future? Absolutely. When? I don't know. Probably in the middle part of 2020, maybe in the summer of 2020. I believe he might get a shot for the NXT World title down the line. So keep your eyes out for him. He definitely is a contender for that World Championship. Kushida and Cameron Grimes. This was a take it or leave it type of matchup. It was okay. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars just to be generous. But again, I'm not a very big Cameron Grimes kind of fan for him. I don't really care for his in-ring work. I don't think he's one of the better wrestlers on the NXT roster, though maybe some other people would disagree with me, and that's totally fine. You have a right to your opinion. Me personally, I like Kushida. I think he puts on a very good work in the ring, and these two worked well. I think Kushida brought Cameron Grimes to a good match. So I'll give them a 3 out of 5 stars just to be generous. And Cameron Grimes did pick up the victory here. Then we had Pete Dunne and Travis Banks. This match was the match of the night. I'm going to say this is the match of the night. Maybe it's not the most popular choice of being match of the night to me, but I gotta say, these two guys went in there and beat the shit out of each other. They put on as if they were performing in front of 15,000 people in a freaking arena. Like this was NXT TakeOver or UK TakeOver. These guys were great in the ring. I love to see these guys compete over a championship. Great stuff by both of them. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Hands down, a really good match. Travis Banks did lose in this matchup, and Pete Dunne picks up the win with the bitter end and gets the 1-2-3 here. The main event, of course, was the Women's World Championship match. This match, folks, it was a good match. It was unbelievable. I was screaming my full head off. The problem with this match, though, that I don't think anyone else might have noticed or will mention in their reviews on YouTube, but I'm going to mention this and maybe no one else does, and if they do, great, but I think I did notice this. They really overhyped this match. They overinflated this match in the sense of not like it didn't live up to its name. No, it didn't do that. That they definitely lived up to their name. They overdid it in the sense of like taking forever to get Ripley the women's championship win in this matchup. They literally put her in this fucking stranglehold, the rear naked choke by Shayna Baszler onto Rhea Ripley for so long in a real fight. You would honestly think that she would have passed out. In most cases, Shayna Baszler has made her opponents pass out for a period of time. Didn't take real long. This was overkill. That was number one. Number two, they had outside interference from Shayna Baszler's team interfering and trying to help Shayna Baszler win, which wasn't surprising to me. I've seen that done by Shayna Baszler many different times. She was having a hard time putting away her opponent. So that I don't have any complaints with that. But with a 3-on-1 attack, the referee knocked out. She's placed in the rear naked choke for so long. It was a little bit overkill for me. Now, it didn't drag the match down. It didn't make it worse. It didn't make it bad or anything. It just seemed a little bit unrealistic, personally. But as a match quality that these two women did, beautiful. The one thing I did like about this that did not make Shayna Baszler look like a complete loser in all this, she defeated herself again. I can explain why. After Rhea Ripley got out of the rear naked choke, they're fighting on the top rope in the corner in the turnbuckles, and Shayna Baszler has somewhat of an advantage over Rhea Ripley. She goes ahead and she's hitting her with some forearms, and then she stops doing anything. I'm sorry, I thought I saw a bug or something flying around. Sorry about that. She starts having an advantage on Rhea Ripley, and then she stops hitting her with the forearms, or at least do a suplex off the top rope or something. She stands there for a few moments on the ropes, talking trash to the audience and also talking trash to Rhea Ripley. She fucked herself in this match. Once Rhea Ripley saw that, she took advantage of it, headbutted her, and then did the Riptide finisher and got the 1-2-3. She hit the Riptide finisher off the top, second rope, and put her right into the mat to get the victory in 1-2-3. This action was fucking unbelievable. Nerve-wracking, may I add, because I really wanted to see Rhea Ripley win this championship. I was hinting and predicting that Rhea Ripley was going to be the woman to take the title off of Shayna Baszler, and I was right. 6 months ahead of time, I was right. And I am very happy I predicted the right moment, the right time for this. I think this was fucking fantastic. This was a great matchup, and I mean, it wasn't the match of the night because of the fact it was a little bit overkill in some manner, at least to me, but no disregard was this a bad match. This was not a bad match whatsoever. It was a very good matchup, and I was happy to watch it. These two women went hard on each other and kicked each other's asses. So kudos to both of them. Outstanding show. Was it the greatest show? No, I wouldn't say that. The two World Championship matches were good, and Travis Banks and Pete Dunne was the best matches on the card. The rest of the other 3 matches that were on this card, I mean, you could take or leave. It wasn't that big of a deal. But overall, this was a good show. I had fun watching it. Leave your comments and opinions down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the show as well, and I'll get back to you on that. Hit a like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again, wrestling fans. Bye.